Oh, yeah, pipe smokers. Happy Monday. Yeah, it is the 21st of April, 2025. Yeah. And, yeah, let's have a smoke together. Yeah. We're going to have a good show tonight. Okay. But most importantly, we're going to have a smoke together. So grab your favorite pipe, grab your favorite blend, and grab your favorite beverage. Let's start something on fire together. Oh yeah, so yeah, happy Monday, and so we have the pipe we're smoking tonight is a Saint Claude rusticated pipe, which was gifted to me by a friend. This is one of three pipes he gifted me. It's a gorgeous pipe, extremely high quality, 9 millimeter, made in England, made in Italy. I'm sorry. So St. Claude is made in Italy. It's a very high quality pipe, but sold at a very affordable price. This one's vintage. It's got a little brass band there, and yeah, so inside of it, I've got one of my. You guys all know I love Latakia. All right, we have Jacob's Latakia by Abbey Pipe Club. And this stuff is just great. The novice piper, he turned me on to this stuff. He gifted this to me. It's got Latakia in this blend that's 42 years old. Oh, yeah. Let's set something on fire. Yeah. Then I'll tell you what's going on. Mm. Mm. Oh, that's so good. Instant relaxation. I'll tell you, and this bowl, I totally reamed it out down to bare wood, deghosted her and everything, and so now I have to break it in. Got to build up carbon on the inside of the bowl, which is going to insulate it from overheating, and so forth. Yeah. Isn't that a great looking bowl? Great looking pipe? Yeah. And that was gifted to me, and you know who you are. Thank you so much. So I had a nice 4D weekend off. Took Thursday as a personal day. Friday, I work for a company that's owned by an Italian family. They pay us to have Good Friday off, which is the day Jesus Christ died on the cross on Calvary for our sins. And then I had Saturday off, and then I had Sunday off, which is the day that Jesus was resurrected and went to heaven. So it was an uneventful weekend, which is the way that I like it. I don't like surprises or confrontation or drama. It was a nice 4 days off, and it was good to get back to work today, So, yeah. So I found the house that I'm going to buy and I'm going to own. The house I currently live in is 2 bedrooms and like one like den area. So really you could call it 3 bedrooms. It's 1,000 square foot. I found, 1,000 square foot house, which is basically a ranch in the city of Rochester, just barely into the city of Rochester. Nice, beautiful street. When I went to look at the house, this was last Thursday, I met the neighbor who's in the backyard. Great guy. I guess there's a big church right around the corner from me, and I'll definitely be attending that to check that church out, because this old boy needs to get his butt into church, okay? I haven't been to church in a long time, and I'm going to go check that church out, but I will own that house. I got pre-approved, and then my buddy's like, oh no, let's switch it to an FHA loan, which most of you may or may not understand. And he calls me up. He's like, Paulie, you won't believe it. They gave you with an FHA loan, they gave you $5,000 in closing cost assistance for free, which is like, what? I was like, thank you, Jesus. The house inside is completely brand new. The lot size, it's your typical city house lot size. It's 50 foot wide by 150 deep, which is actually a fairly good size for a city lot. It's got a beautiful enclosed front porch that stretches all across the front of the house. It's got a fireplace. House was built in 1910. So, before I even burn papers in that fireplace, after I move in, I'm going to have it inspected, to make sure it's safe. But normally with those old fireplaces, they normally need to put a liner, a steel tube down the chimney to make sure they're safe. We'll just take it one step at a time, Isn't that great news, though? $5,000 closing assistance for free. So, the new FHA loan has been pre-approved. All right. Now, tomorrow I got to go and pay some appraiser to go through the house. Going to cost me $500, but whatever. Beautiful house, though. Comes with a gas stove. I always wanted a gas stove, and when I moved here 11 years ago, this place has a gas stove. And because I love to cook, and I prefer a gas stove to cook on. the cool thing is, when I went down in the basement, I'm looking at the furnace. One of my best friends, who used to have a heating and air conditioning business, installed that furnace. He's like, I called him up. He's like, well, after you get it in the house, he says, just give me a call. I'll come over, check it out. Make sure it's all up to snuff, you know. So I am stoked. The target date for my closing is May 25th. So I'm really stoked. And I already talked to my son. He says, Dad, he says, I'll go rent the biggest U-Haul I can find. And me and my buddy will move you. Just, you know, throw my buddy like $100. He says, you don't have to pay me anything. I just, you know, being 60 years old and stuff like that, I'm still in great shape and all that, but I'm not 21. So I don't want to have to be lifting, you know, a 200-pound washing machine down the steps into the basement. I'll let the boys do it, you know. That place is just going to be a great house for me. Like I said, 2 bedrooms with a little den and, you know, beautiful. I mean, I like natural wood and everything, but it's got that laminate wood, but it's like a whitish gray color. It just looks beautiful. Looks like bleached oak, you know. Kitchen's all redone. Everything's brand new in the house. So I feel very blessed and very fortunate. I just want God to see this all the way through, nice and smooth to the very end. And then I close, you know, get my keys and move, you know. And then, you know, I want to do my landlord right, you know. I mean, after you move, like, the kitchen table, you move everything out, the furniture and all that stuff. I want to go through, I'm going to hire a lady and just have her go through and scrub this place down so it's like spotless and sterile. So I leave it in like really great condition. I mean, my landlord, he's treated me good, you know, for 11 years. And yeah, well, he had a change in his family situation and needs to rent this out to, you know, somebody else. And that's okay. I get it, you know. At first I was like, oh, what am I going to do? You know, and little by little, the pieces are coming together, and I don't want to be a scumbag and just leave this place, you know, just move out. I want to make it perfectly spotless for him. So he comes in and he's like, yeah, you know what? That Paul guy, he did me right. Did me right. And that's the right thing to do when you've been treated well. So yeah, we've graduated to a cigarette. So you have to be right. You have to be fair. My landlord has treated me very well for 11 years. He's a hard man, but he's a good man. And he's fair. And the fair thing to do is, after I move out, get everything out of here, have someone come through the entire house, clean it, disinfect it, vacuum, whatever, wash walls down, whatever. When I leave this place, I don't want him to have to come over and be like, oh, that fucking Paul, man, where he moved his furniture out, it needs to be vacuumed. He shouldn't have to do anything. There's some repairs that need to be done here, but, those repairs happened before I moved in a long, long time ago. So that's what's going on. It's all good news, For a while there, I was waking up with anxiety in the morning, and I would just have to keep the light off in my bedroom and just like smoke a cigarette. I'm definitely going to smoke in my new house. Well, it's not new, but it's going to be new to me. It was built in 1910. But I was on Amazon looking at like huge smoke eaters, because I don't want my house to smell like cigarettes or anything like that. And I'd bought a really nice smoke filter, air filter, whatever you want to call it, smoke eater. And then all of a sudden the filters weren't available, but you would turn that thing on. I'd let it run, because I smoke. I like to smoke in my house. I don't want to go outside, especially in the winter. And you would never know that I had a cigarette in this house when that filter was brand new. It just did such a great job. And I'd come home, I'd be like, wow, man, the house smells nice and clean and all that stuff. In the summertime, probably most of my smoking and my videos are going to be done on this gorgeous, it's a gorgeous, fully enclosed front porch. Like 6 foot long and probably 25 feet wide. So, in the summertime, probably a lot of my videos will be done there. I don't know. We'll see, Time will tell. I just need your prayers to stay up and help me so that I feel like I'm like about 30% of the way through this process of owning this house. I just need it to go nice and smooth all the way till I move in. I want that to go nice and smooth. Then I'll be in there and I'll be doing a great video. Yeah. The cool thing is it's got a large living room and it has a fireplace, like I was mentioning, a wood burning fireplace. And so, but it has like bookshelves built all around the top, all around each side of the fireplace, the full width of the room, which would be great to store my tobacco in, jars and stuff like that. It's just the right thing, and I feel good about it. I just want it to go nice and smooth. No, there might be a little bump here and there, but we'll get it all sorted out. Anyways, I'm Paul the Pipe Guy. Thank you for all your prayers. I really appreciate it. My landlord, he was he didn't want to come over and tell me that, hey, you got to move in 60 days. That was probably the last thing he wanted to do. But he had some changes in his family and needs to rent this side of the house up to somebody else. within the family, and I get that, So it'll all work out. In 45 days, I'm going to be doing a video thanking the Lord for my new home. I can't wait for that day. Anyways, I'm Paul the Pipe Guy. Thank you again for your prayers. Continue them. And everything gonna be all right. Yeah, it always is. Paul the Pipe Guy, over, but not out.